What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Thursday Night Live, Lyles Figure Files. One more day to go that we can enjoy, in most cases, a long 3-day weekend. So congratulations, we're almost there. So much stuff, as always, to talk about, and so much stuff. But first, I want to thank all of y'all for hanging out with me. There's so many y'all in the chat. I was reading all the comments earlier as I was getting ready. And yeah, I see y'all are excited like I was, hyped up, lots of funny comments, and I love reading them. Well, even before the show starts, I'll definitely go into those. But I had to celebrate, to take a moment to acknowledge a huge milestone that is 100% due to you all. And that is the Lyles Figure Files has now reached the big milestone of 5,000 plus subscribers. So thank you so much, y'all. You guys rock. And seriously, I'd just be a dude out here talking about figures if it wasn't for y'all. So thank you so much for letting this channel get to that big milestone. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And I really, truly appreciate each and every one of you. You've been here since episode 10, episode 5, episode 100, episode 200 plus. Thank you so much for making this channel awesome. I really appreciate y'all. And got to do something a little bit different this time because there's lots of cool things I like to do and all that. And I always want to make sure to keep this channel as interactive as possible. And so one of our longtime friends of the channel, Ryan Daly, shared with me. It made me super jealous because he actually got some snow in his area. And like any respectable collector who just so happens to be into G.I. Joe Classified series, Ryan went out, took Snow Job out, took his snow serpents out in the snow, and he shared these photos with me that I want to share with you all of his Snow Job out in the snow. What a novel concept. And it's so cool seeing Snow Job and the snow serpents out in snow. That's really fun. Check out the snow-crusted trees. It's awesome. Loving that. Got Snow Job. Got the hood down. Goggles down. The skis up on the backpack. Sniper rifle. Just knocking off a blast there. And then Snow Job's hiding out a little from the gray wolf pelt leader, the snow serpents. And the other one, where could he be? Check beneath you. And he's got his gun all set, ready to take him out. This makes me so jealous because I love being out in the snow anytime we get something with my figures. And these are great shots too. So it's a lot of fun seeing somebody put their figures in snow to great and excellent use. So thank you so much for sharing these, Ryan. These are awesome. And that brings me up to another thing that I want to incorporate, do more of on the Thursday Night Lives. If you shoot your own figures, if you're taking cool photos that you're happy with, send them along. Maybe I'll feature them on the Thursday Night Live that week. So send them along. You got my Instagram. You got my email in most cases, lylesmoviefiles@gmail.com. Or you can just hit me up on Instagram and you'll find me on Lyles Movie Files there too. So that said, it's that time for one of my favorite segments of the week. What did you get? And I'm going to lead off here and just say, hey, what of these items that I'm showing you did you think I got? And this is going to be funny compared to what I've been talking about. I want to talk about later, but here is something that I did pick up today. Which one do you think I grabbed these things? Why don't we start from the beginning? There you go. So you got a better idea of what I saw at my Target when I made a little run. Here's the G.I. Joe Classified Series Button Junkyard. Lovely figures. Python Patrol, Televiper, on Anzu, Ghostbusters, Fright Features. My brother and I have those figures. The Multiverse, Red Tornado, and Animal Man. You see Necron there, Brawn from Transformers, and more Transformers goodness. What do you think I picked up? I'll give you a second to set, but let's see what's everybody saying in the comments so far. James Green, hello Thursday Night Crew. Can't wait to hear what packs y'all would like. And yes, McFarlane has officially lost their minds. There's something wacky going on with the prices. 80s kid from the 90s. Form Voltron. We need 3-pack shoe Waxer Boyle and an updated Commander Cody. Kidred 1998 says, have they ever done Dr. X, aka David Schultz? No. But he made for a really fun figure. I'm wondering with so many different companies doing wrestling figures now, if Mattel would even have the license. I think he's really just a head sculpt that any company could do as long as they'll fit on a Mattel Elite figure. So yeah, I'd like to get him. And I did see that they had a Shockmaster figure. I really debated getting that until my common sense was like, you don't need to get a Shockmaster one-off gimmick figure. I still don't know if I regret passing on that figure, but I decided not to get him back then. Blake Tarpley, what's up, Figure Files fam? What's up, man? Crisis on Infinite Wallets. I wish I had talked to you sooner because I love that. I was going to steal it. Acquire it from you if I had seen this earlier. Because, man, you never, ever lied. Kev's Collectibles, what's going on? You know it's bad when Hasbro is charging less. Yeah, I feel like you can take a line like Classified Series and go, all right, I'm getting my money's worth with these $20, these $22.99, these $25, these $31, these $41, etc. price figures, because it's like, okay, here's everything that comes with it. And there might be a random deluxe figure that doesn't seem like it's worth it. Looking at you, Chuckles. But for the most part, I haven't argued with any pricing of Classified Series figures. And, occasionally there's a really great deal on Marvel Legends. I always go back to that Drax and Moondragon set. But there's some other ones where it's like, okay, that's a reasonable price for this figure. The Black Widow, the War Machine deluxe figures, they felt like deluxe figures. I didn't complain about their prices. So, Hasbro can do it, but man, this is McFarlane shooting for the moon, making sure they beat everybody. Have they done Hulk Hogan Mr. America yet? I feel like they just did Mr. America, not that long ago. Or maybe he's still to come, but he's there. Actually, he's been there to the point where he's like higher on Amazon, but you can still get this figure, I think, right even from Mattel's shop. Oops. Wrong button. Let's try that one. There you go. So yeah, there's Hulk Hogan Mr. America. You can grab him right now if you want. So there's an option for you, but I didn't need to check because I was curious looking at that price on that. Yeah, you can grab him from Mattel shop without having to pay the extra Amazon secondary seller buyer price on that. So he's available. You can grab him pretty much wherever. Sorry, alligator. Love that. McFarlane Inspector went back in stock for a brief time this morning. Corporate ploy? Probably. I feel like they're not truly going to sell out, but excuse me, good luck, because I'm not paying that $40 for any of those figures, at least at this point. They're going to have a serious sale, because, I like those figures. If I love them, I'd pay more, but those figures aren't that lovable. Afton Child. Yes, I did see the prices on those McFarlane figures. I did a whole video on it. Check it out. It's pretty elaborate, my thoughts on that. So yeah, check that out after this one. Tom Finn 2018. Our life in the post-pandemic era. You have not lied. Sorry, Alligator wants to know, are they manufacturing a sellout of the most desired Crisis Wave fig to bolster bundle sales? I wonder. Well, apparently there's a way, and I'm not going to mention this friend of the channel who mentioned a way to get this without paying a ridiculous amount of money. He told me he lives in Florida. So he said the list price on McFarlane's site was $135. I used the Punch 15 discount code. Don't know where that's from, but Punch 15, all caps. That takes it down to $114.75, about $28.70 per figure before tax and shipping. Shipping in Florida was $15.87, so that's probably not as much as most places. Sales tax was $9.80, so the total price shipping was $140. If you consider the 4-figure weight, that's $35.10 per figure shipped. So, if you consider the 5-figure weight, which I do for my own purposes, that's $28.8 per figure shipped. So I don't know. I feel like it's the whole problem is there's nothing to justify these prices. If there were more accessories, I would shut up. I'd go, oh, cool. This is the price of more accessories. I don't think all these accessories take it to $40, but there's nothing extra, and that's the problem. We got some tiny hands for Kid Flash. We got some some flying hands for Superman. That's it. Psycho Pirate gets 0 accessories. Inspector has 0 accessories. And you can't go, well, they had to do so much work with this thing. That doesn't work in this case. And I know the monitor has some great sculpting detail, but it's not enough to justify $40 when you're not giving us anything extra. So I don't know if it's a conspiracy victim, but it's a problem. I know that for sure. Brent Dash, what's going on, man? David Thanos, what up, y'all? Tom Fit 2018 says, I have a new business venture. Action figure rentals, $5.95 to rent a McFarlane figure for a week, $3.95 per day late fee, and $99.95 if you don't return it. Who's it? What's up, Matthew Matson? How's it going, man? John Kane's here. Yo. Thank you. I'm caught up now to you guys checking out the 5,000 subscribers for those of you watching along. Thanks, Tom Finn. And thank you, Matthew. Ryan, woo, 5K. Congratulations. Thank you, my friend. That's just too sweet. Thank you, David. Ben Doom. Congratulations, Jeff. Thanks, my friend. Robert's Infinite Realms. Hey, Jeff, congrats on 5K. Thank you. Blake, here's the 10K soon. Every little step, as Bobby Brown once taught me, it's going to get there, Blake. Thanks to you all. Dang, I had to stop watching Lost Figure Files to watch. You guessed it, yes. That's Jamie. I figured some of y'all may get caught up watching that video, but I was like, I've got to get it out there. James Green, way to go, Jeffrey. Congratulations. Thank you, man. Brent, nice. Congratulations. I appreciate it. Kelly Cox. Hey, Jeff. Hey, everyone. Congratulations. Thank you, Kelly. Oh, wow. Congratulations. Well deserved. I appreciate it, Jamie. Anthony Dash. Congratulations. Thank you, Anthony. Danny Rue. Hello, Jeff. I have a name change. Hope you're good. I'm going to try my best to tune in, but I'm going to say this before I miss it. McFarlane hit us with a crisis on Infinite Wallets. I wish that were the case, because I mean, the lineup, if I just hear that we're getting Kid Flash, we're getting Earth 2 Superman, Spectre, and Psycho Pirate with a Build-A-Figure monitor, I'm like, sign me up. If they were at $19, they were at $22, or $24. That's the price that he was charging for those Build-A-Figures. I would have pre-ordered the whole thing, and maybe I wouldn't have grabbed it from his site, because the shipping is wild and ridiculous. I mean, he's charging what Sideshow would charge for a Hot Toys figure to ship. But, this is a really solid lineup. I'm really upset with him on that one. 80s kid from the 90s. I see you switched up your Voltron avatar. I've been missing that. Last week you had Alf, now you got Voltron. Well, you got Lance there. I think that's Lance with the blue line. Yo, Joe, Jeff, way to go. Congratulations, buddy. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate you. After Child. I'm sorry, Snake Eyes. I don't know why I'm reading stuff. It's been a long day with sticker shock reading the prices of those McFarlane Crisis on Infinite Earth figures. Snake Eyes. Hello, Jeff. Hello. David, my gosh, I need to get me Snowjob. David, Snowjob is a fantastic figure. He is so much fun. The skis lock into his boots so perfectly. It's like sometimes you get figures with accessories that are better in concept and execution, but oh man, they lock in. He holds the ski poles really nice. They're not slipping in and out of his hands. Such a great figure. And his backpack holds everything without this. Oh, I looked at the backpack. Now it's off on the floor. Really fun. I can't recommend him enough. All right, that pick is largely inspired by Special Missions cover with Outback. I know exactly the one you're talking about, and that was cool, and I really dug that one. Robert, never noticed how much Snowjob looks like Kurt Russell in the thing. He needs the hat from the Necrofig. We got to grab him. Sorry, Alligator. Great fig photography. Vin Doom. Sigh. Bye-bye, Spectre figure. Jay Woods, congrats, Jeff. The Todd father must be on your mind. Love the shirt. I mean, I needed to show my love for DC Comics and how I want and need Mayfex to do all these figures, because that's clearly the only company making DC figures where I'm like, yeah, they're more expensive, but I'm getting all these great accessories. They've got superior articulation, actually scale with each other. And that was kind of a surprise for me when I was getting into that line. Like, I thought it was a one size fit all kind of mold, but those figures are actually to scale with how they should look. And it's like, oh, great. Nightwing shorter than Batman, Steel's taller than Superman. This is awesome. I got to give my Ulysses claw. That was awesome. But yeah, it was really good. And I need somebody to do a better job with DC figures. G-Bro picked up X-Men. Very good. Blake says Mutton Junkyard. Can't pass that up. I can't. Tompin 2018, Red Tornado. Danny Root. I got the Red Tornado and I love him. I couldn't put him back in the box. Just playing with him. Brent Dash. I got Black. And David says, Red Tornado. You better have picked up Mutton Junk. Amazon just dropped off Mutton Junkyard. Nice, Devin. Hope you enjoyed those too. TNT, Neon Prime, Mutton Junkyard. 52 Lions, LFF, LMF crew. What it do? Glad to see you here as always. Mutt. They had Mutton Junkyard. Yeah, I didn't know where he was coming. I thought he was just an online retailer, but bam, there he was in hand. So it was really awesome to see. G-Bro picked up X-Men, The Hidden Years Omnibus, and several Claremont era epic collections. No figures, though. I mean, if you're getting omnibuses, you got to grab all the Claremont run of X-Men. Such fantastic writing and great characterizations of amazing characters. One of my all-time favorite runs. And if you want to go, hey, what's the best X-Men run? I just say, here, read the Claremont stuff. Maybe occasionally there's some good stuff from other writers, but this is all you need to know to become a lifelong X-Men fan. Brent, I got the Black Panther Void Wave and Retro Storm Shadow. Cool. Those are great figures. G-Brew, that Hidden Years is a heck of a story. Can't wait for that omnibus. Lefty Two Lions BK got Red Tornado and found Black Series Cad Bane. Hatchet Ross, you win for that deal. Then I picked up the Storm Collectibles Gatchaman Ken the Eagle figure. Love it. Brings back great memories. That is cool. Those are cool looking figures. I'm wondering how long it's going to take them to actually roll out those figures. The whole lineup of that crew. Jalen says, I'm guessing you got Mutton Junkyard. As you know, I got those 2 and Wolf Spider as well as Nunchuck last week. I love Nunchuck. That reminds me, I still need to get him. Todd up here charging G.I. Joe Deluxe prices. What's up with that? David, I'm with you. I do not get it. I do not understand. Tom Finn says, I got McFarlane Wonder Woman this week for 25% off. Only paid $30 before tax and shipping. Good grief. That was with 25% off. That's still expensive. Thank you, Robert. Hope Mr. America was early last year. It is a cool looking figure. No one should even start thinking of paying $40 for a Psycho Pirate unless he has manipulated your mind. I think that's the only way you can do it. Same. I was not interested in Ninja Force either, Jamelin, but Nunchuck was always the best design. He's a new favorite for me. Oh, that's cool. I actually like their designs. And then I think the second wave of Ninja Force, there was like this purple clad G.I. Joe ninja. And of course, I'm blanking on his name. He had this really awesome mask, little yellow blonde ponytail going. He was cool. I like their look, but I felt like in the comic book, it was becoming a little bit too ninja heavy at the point. And I was like, please, the only ninjas I care about that are new are Slice and Dice, who I'm anxiously awaiting to see in the Classified series. Oh, and a buddy surprised me with Classic Firefly for Christmas. So good. I wasn't sure I prefer him to the first. There isn't a contest. I mean, and I liked that first one, but the classic one, such a great figure. So much fun to pose it. I'm glad I didn't have the torso issues that I heard that some people were having with them. So I haven't posed next to Storm Shadow, my 2 from that wave, that year, the 84 set, which had all the great villains. And yeah, I'm really happy with him. I want a regular release for Chuckles. Yeah. Kelly Cox, am I wrong, or Spectre Superman body? I mean, whatever body they went with for Spectre is fine. I mean, because he's been really emaciated, he's been super buff. That's fine. I really like how the figure looks, and I would have happily grabbed him for $25, not for 40. That bath is trash too. The monitor, I don't think he's bad. I just not loving that price tag. David Thanos is $40 and even throw the flash effect pieces all the flashes have. That's a good point. They should have. Lefty Two Lions, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the live stream and conversations with the crew, Jeff. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with us every Thursday. Thank you so much. Rodney Sessoms, what's going on? Good evening. Happy New Year, Jeffrey and group. What's up, Rodney? Good to see you here. Right, man, I haven't collected any McFarlane DC figures, but I would totally get that Spectre figure if the price hadn't just jumped up. Yes, because the Jay Garrick figure is pretty cool, but he's way too tall. This is another scale issue. But the Alan Scott figure looks really great. It'd have been cool to have 2/3 of the original JSA because the Jay Garrick's not in classic Golden Age style. But Spectre, Alan Scott, they look so good. And it's just like, man, I'm sad with you, Tide. Judge Dreads, I've slowed down on McFarlane myself, but I'm not really a DC guy. I mostly get the Megafigs. Megafigs are pretty good too. Juan Sanchez, what's up? McFarlane managed to do the impossible. They made Hasbro's pricing seem reasonable. For a ridiculously steep price hike, Todd's lost his mind. Sure feels that way. Sorry, the chat is going quick. I'm trying to be like, Northern Nomad, what's up? Hey, Jeff, that new McFarlane Crisis wave is nuts. Overpriced. By the way, I bought Red Tornado and Animal Man at Target. Appreciate you. Jamlin, you're on point as usual with your take on McFarlane. Someone over there is seriously out of touch. You notice that Wally, like Barry, didn't have any lightning. For some reason, they've been omitting it. Yeah, it's really weird. It's like if you're going to charge more, you got to give us more. There is just bad optics of your accessory are 2 hands. I mean, that should be kind of like the default anyway. And I've always known that he's been very reluctant to include all the accessories that these figures could have. And then you look at Animal Man, a figure who is not a deluxe price figure. I did the ring through at Target and was like, this figure is $19.99. And you look at this guy, he comes with so much more than just the super $40 price tag of Kid Flash. He comes with a Badger. I mean, it's not articulated, but it's a Badger. They created a new sculpt for him, and he's got the separate hands, the flying hands, if you will. So he's got those. He's got a dedicated animal claw hand. He did not need. No one was like, oh, man, this Animal Man's going to suck without a claw hand. But he's got that. He also has these annoying boot molds that they continue to use, even though by this point, they could have created a whole new mold instead of using this old Blue Beetle one over and over again. And it doesn't even make sense. And he's got other hand sculpts. He has more than the $40 figure Build-A-Figure. And it's wild to me. So there's this discrepancy. And somebody over there is just not paying attention to what is a value and what's not. I don't know if I'd have paid $40 for Animal Man with his wacky accessories, but that would have made sense. And by the way, Animal Man is in Crisis. And if they had thrown him in there with that, I've been like, this Badger is not necessary. That Animal Hand is not necessary. But I would have felt like, okay, this is a new sculpt. And the hand, clearly a new sculpt. I could maybe possibly see that. But to not give us anything extra, it's wild. G Brew, I don't care for McFarlane's aesthetics. I know some people don't. So you're fortunate because you're not as outraged as the rest of us. Judge Dredd's the last one I bought was Vampire Green Lantern. And I didn't like that because I wasn't a fan of DC versus vampires. Lexington Lions BK, the Spectre sold out. Some folks found the $40 to be within reason. It's unreasonable to me, but I understand. It's a dope looking figure. That'll get you every time. Mr. Cheeseburger says $40 figures are high, but the inner toy collecting is coming soon. So if you want these toys, get them before they're gone. You know, see, the thing is, McFarlane he's always going to be behind DC Classics in terms of, oh man, this is the most comprehensive line of DC figures. Now, the DC Classics figures don't match up to the present day highly articulated Marvel Legends counterparts. The Mayfex figures are pretty solid, pretty great. They're just never going to catch up to that output from Mattel. But McFarlane, he can't go all the way crazy with the prices. And, I'm fine with this $22.99. If he just wants to get with everyone else and get to $24.99, I'm not gonna be upset. If he decided the base figure needs to be $24.99, I wouldn't go. I'm off the line. And if you take the Build-A-Figures to $30 to do a $5 increase, like you did for the regular line and the Build-A-Figures, there only is a $5 difference. I've been okay with that. But making it your store exclusive and making it $40 just seems outrageous. And I feel like people buy quality figures. There's not an issue with that, just as long as the figure is quality. I mean, people buy Storm collectibles like me, and I never feel like this was a waste of my hard-earned, hard-scraped together money. And I feel like with G.I. Joe Classified Series figures, I'm pulling up the one and other figures, Cobra Commander, that I have on my shelf. But I didn't feel, this figure, of course, was not $25. It's $20, but this figure had a ton of accessories or $20 figure. And I wasn't thinking that was a problem. And I just feel like if you pack the value, you make collectors feel like they're getting their money's worth. You're not going to complain about the pricing. Jay says $40 US, $50 plus for other countries. It's a nightmare. Chamberlain, thank you for the $10 super chat. That's awesome. Thank you. Here's 1,000 pennies to commemorate your 5,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. And take every one of the pennies. I appreciate it. Danny Rue, I'm going to wait on those Infinity Saga figs to go on clearance. Yeah, they probably will. Although it was interesting today, I saw a X-Men retro Wolverine in the blue and yellow at Target, and I didn't even think those figures hit the stores. That was really interesting. It rang up to $25, so it was not on clearance, even though I saw a bunch of stuff that was. I've read the whole Claremont era. My personal favorite run is the Morrison run. That's a quality run. I love the fact that Morrison was just like, I'm going to do something totally different. And then Marvel's like, oh no, it's too different. We gotta scale all this back. That's when I started buying comics on the regular, and that was the series that had Cyclops in it. Man, any series will be that has Cyclops. I'm all about it. Judge Drez, I just got Storm Zangief for $75 on eBay. Sweet deal. I think around Christmas time, he might have been even cheaper during one of those one-day only Big Bad Toy Store sales, but that's a great price, and you are not going to regret it. That Zangief figure is so much fun to pose. He's massive, too, and it's just like, wow, this figure, you can, sometimes you get a bigger figure, and it feels really hollow. He is really solidly put together. It's like, oh, yeah, I got my money's worth with Zangief. And he can hit some wild poses considering how big he is, too. Bonsai! Yeah. Judge Dress says, my Street Fighter shelf is coming along nicely. Yes, sir. 80s kid, you do need Fireflies. An awesome figure. Ryan Daly says, I would love it if they could make the Spectre look like Jim Apato's version of the character from the 70s, but since they can't capture George Perez's style for Superman, that may be asking too much. Probably. And I really love Jim Apato's work on Batman and the Outsiders, Aquaman. He'd be a really good artist for them to use as a standard base template for how these figures should look. But you're right. If you can't get George Perez down, I can't hope that anyone else can get mashed up. Robert says, I'm a bit mad because I would debate that Spectre since he can pull off being oversized in my 6-inch line. That's true. He could do that the whole... Or if you have any of the DC Icons figures, they look even better. And that started to become a real selling point for me with the Anti-Monitor, because it's like, oh, okay, cool. I got to have him towering over those Icon figures. Of course, they don't really match up, but you get the Legacy Live BK just saw the Anti-Monitor Mega Fig at my Target for $40. Hard to drop $40 for what we know are $20, $25 figs. And I feel like at some point he's going to go on clearance. That's the main reason I haven't bought him. I wanted him to be a little bit bigger, like some of those other mega figs, but I'm kind of in the middle because it's like, oh, this is a really great sculpt, but it's too small. He's lacking a little bit of paint deal, which would justify paying $40 for it, not waiting for a clearance. But I feel like when he's down to $25, $30, then I'll jump on it. So maybe when Target does another sale on stuff, one of those 25 off 100, $10 off of 50 sales, I'll pick them up then because I can find another figure to make that price tag a lot more reasonable. David Thanos, my Captain Carrot just came in today. Awesome. Top 10 multiverse for 2024. That's great to hear. I'm excited about how that figure looks. I'm glad to hear you like it. Stickman. Hey, Jeff, just picked up McFarlane's Captain Carrot. Never heard of him, but this figure was just too wacky to pass on. Glad he wasn't $40. I feel like that's going to be a common theme with these guys now. But yeah, Captain Carrot was great. You should definitely try to find some old comics with him and the Zoo Crew. They were fun comic books. And, they were treating them kind of like a series Justice League with animals. So it was a really fun read. And I'm not sure how they would read in 2024. I suspect they would still be a lot of fun. Kelly Cox, I've seen someone bought Firestorm and Captain Adam. Someone messed up the math for that captain. Danny Rude, do you think people are getting them in fear of missing out? I mean, I don't know what the fear would be. They're on the site, and I would think people would go, yeah, I'm not buying that for $40. But apparently there was enough people interested to at least get him. McMurphy, I skipped out on pre-ordering Night Force Tunnel Rat. Seemed too similar to the recent release, but decided the last minute to buy him, and I couldn't be happier. Out of the box and pose, he looks great. In those photos, he looked pretty cool, but I like my old school classic regular colors. The Night Force Tunnel Rat does look sweet. Tom Finn, 2018. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. That's awesome of you. Congratulations on 5,000 subscribers. Between Lefty, Jamel, and myself, you've now got enough for 3/4 of a McFarlane figure. I was joking about picking up Wonder Woman for $30. 25% off $40. Yeesh. That's terrible. Thank you for the super chat. Blake says these companies most likely aren't making as much money right now from the recession, so they're charging more to make up the money, as if the recession isn't affecting us. I know that's the weird part. You can't kill off your customer base trying to make money. It's that same shopping mall thing where you would see, your favorite store closing. You go, why are you guys closing? Because the landlord's charging more rent, and then the store is vacant for months and sometimes years. Then the mall closes because there are no stores there. If you just keep the prices the same, people will buy things as they get more money, and you won't have to worry about, oh no, we're not making as much. Plus, like we've been saying before, if you put your stuff on clearance in 2 months, people aren't going to pay full price for something they can get half off later. But yeah, it's one of these deals, and I think McFarlane really hurts himself with his website shipping because we live in an era where Amazon charges $0 for shipping once you hit a certain threshold. And I feel like unless you're doing what Big Bad Toy Store does, where it's, hey, the shipping's $5. $5 for shipping is totally reasonable. It's the point where it's like, whatever, that's a great deal. I'm going to buy it. But if you're going, oh, this is 15, this is 20, this is 25, then it's like, this is no deal. And I'll just wait till it comes to Amazon. So, and McFarlane is terrible because, one figure will be $15. It's not a thing of, all right, you've gotten 10 figures, the shipping is 15. It's a bad deal. And I feel like if you're going to go online with exclusives, you got to have some sort of threshold where it's reasonable and the shipping doesn't charge as much as another figure, or in some cases, 2 figures. Jason Lyles, thank you so much, bro. Hit 5,000. Appreciate you. Fragile Prime, glad to see you. Hey, Jeff from Plastic Fam. I'm tired of you dude having to cook tonight. What's on the menu? I feel George Perez is the 80s DC, is John Byrne is the 80s Marvel. I think that's a really good analogy. And if we got both of those for Marvel Legends and for DC, it would be a happy place. Sorry, Alligator. You mentioned Animal Man is in Crisis. Any other McFarlanes you suggest would be good for said comic display? Well, I shouldn't say basically anyone. Let me see if I can pull up this page for you. I always feel like it's weird when people, say things and then don't have any proof, especially in the internet age, where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna have to take your word for it. Not that you think I'm lying, but I'm gonna show you. I felt like DC, the multiverse line or DC Classics really could have done a better job. Here you go of that in terms of they started off doing great, but then they started going wild and doing different looks and trying to mash up different events that didn't work. So here is one way you could do this now based on anything they have now, but this is just the scope of Crisis. So you see Adam Strange to the top right, Captain Comet, Dolphin, there's Rip Hunter, Animal Man's in the back, and he doesn't have the jacket, so he works right on with your Crisis display. Excuse me, and another guy here up front, that's the Atomic Knight. For your Crisis display, you could include, based off what he's done so far, Blue Beetle, the gold label one, the Target edition fits a little bit better. Captain Atom, even though he's dreadful, no, he actually is not working with that because he's in his old school costume. I guess sort of if you really were desperate, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, yeah, he fits. Flash works there. Batman, the Nightfall version, he fits. Superman, once we get, we're gonna have to do a little cobbling to make a Superman that fits in there. He's still lacking in terms of more classic takes. Riddler would work. I almost feel like that might be all. But if he does classic versions of these characters, he would knock out so many of the Crisis on Infinite Earths looks for these guys. But I feel like that's not a priority for most writers or most companies. Is a classic look associated with the classic DC comic crossover, but they don't really go that look with the figures. But I'm sure he could do a lot more, and we would get them, like this Crisis wave, if he would just do more of those figures without $40. $40 for fear of missing out. Exactly. Figure nerds, so glad I have somewhere to go. Hanging out? Oh, absolutely. We're all about having fun here. Daniel Park says, I buy Mayflex DC, which are definitely pricey. They're so well done. They're iconic looks, pinless joints, great accessories, and overall consistency. I've only been slightly disappointed once. And yeah, I mean, it's like they crank out these figures. That my only disappointment is they're so slow releasing things. And I really, really wish they would do a wider thing as opposed to focusing on like Hush and Hush only because the Batman villains aren't necessarily in their classic style. They're more of a modern Jim Lee look, which is fine. They look really good. But man, if they were to do and expand out to that Nightfall series they're getting underway, we would get a lot of classic Batman villain looks just from that storyline alone. I'm trying to think of some other classic storylines outside of just saying Crisis. But Superman, the Reign and Death of Superman covers some mostly classic looks for those characters. So that works, even though the 90s are not yesterday. I mean, that is a long time ago now, which is crazy to me. Judge Dredd says, yeah, shipping is a problem too. That's why I buy Amazon Prime first. You kind of almost have to, right? 80s Kid says, Marvel Legends team needs to listen to us. I mean, it's funny. I'm gonna be here. My guy, Mr. Cheeseburger, says that people bash Marvel Legends. I really don't feel like the Marvel Legends team is so far behind as we might think. It's not a sky is falling. I'm always going to hate when they start a team and then do different looks for no reason outside of selling those wrong costume t-shirts. But the figures, when I was putting together my top 10 list, I was like, wow, there are a lot of figures that I want to put on here. I could have done a top 20 list and not felt like I was stretching and reaching to put figures in there. I feel like they're still doing good things. And, from this Build-A-Figure Void Wave, there's some nice looking figures in there. And of course, they've got a little problems, but they're not charging $40 for their figures either. So, I think there's room to be upset with what they do with some of their decisions, but I don't think they're so out of touch and terrible that it's time to give up the line. Because as I said in the McFarlane Crisis video, the Hasbro team has done a really good job of giving us a wide reach of Marvel characters that's never going to get touched by another company. And with DC, we've had DC Direct, we've had Mattel, and we got McFarlane, we got Mayfax. So there are a lot of hands working on the DC figure license, but none of them are going to be as good as what Mattel gave us. I love it if Mayfax were to, but it's tough out here. And that's why I think a company like McFarlane should just go with a consistent style, with a great articulation model. Because if you've got your figures at retail, then as collectors will be all onto it. Buy them, support the line. You won't have to charge $40. You won't have to worry about, oh man, I got to wait till the stuff hits clearance for me to buy them. Just make better figures now. McFarlane is a company that needs to listen to us. Marvel Legends team, they're doing okay, but their strategies sometimes don't make a lot of sense. Figure Nerd just read Crisis Core and was hoping for this wave, but not at double the price. Prices on everything. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, the lineup is great. That is exactly the kind of thing. There's no Batman in the way for one, and all the figure choices make sense, but at $40, ugh. Thank you. Red Tornado does work. Nightwing. Which Nightwing? I thought, wasn't he still Robin? No, I guess he would have been Nightwing. But in Disco Nightwing entire, right? Snake Eyes, I did see the new Mayfax Scarecrow. I'm going to grab him too because he looks awesome. Jay Winter, my bro Lyles. What's up? Been a while since I caught you live. What's the sauce? So much stuff. Putting a little extra in here, making sure it tastes spicy. G-Brew, Mayfax X-Men figures are fantastic too. If you dig the DC figs, you'll dig the X-Men figs. I did notice that Storm is pretty cheap, so I wouldn't be upset getting hurt. G-Rice, would love to somehow get a rating of Shogun Warriors for a HasLab. That would be fun. That is one of those touches I think that so many people are like, what? I can't believe they did that. But I can be convinced to sign up for that. Tom Finn, the only thing I hope McFarlane learns from this debacle experiment is that it was a Spectre that sold out in 24 hours. Yes, give us more Justice Society characters. Sorry, Alligator, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. That is awesome. Appreciate the Crisis Display suggestions. Happy 5K. And yes, Bigger Nerd said Red Tornado is another good one. So yeah, I mean, there's a ton of characters that if you were to just release more classic takes, you would cover it. And I might need to just go back through the McFarlane lineup of figures. I feel like there are more figures that I'm immediately thinking of. The Crime Syndicate would sort of, but they're more modern take. Those would be good ones. That's the thing where I hate on the articulation and the same figure mold for DC Classics, but they have a lot of characters that would work in a Crisis display. They even gave us a Crime Syndicate that absolutely works for Crisis, and Crisis is so much fun. Great storyline, big events. And because I've not shown you what I got this week, there are a lot of you, and of course, a lot of you got it right. But I got this guy because I was able to absolutely pick the best paint job for Red Tornado. And I really don't have to worry about that with JoJo Classified Series figures. I was really happy to see Mutton Junkyard, but I know I will see them and buy them in hand, when I can just, when they have a sale. And then the other figure that I got in the mail today, was very excited, was Night Force Big Ben. And I had long since thought I was going to miss out on this guy. So I was really happy to see him back up on Hasbro Pulse. And hopefully you all got I think a lot of you saw the video. So, and I think some of you all said you were able to grab some stuff from it. So that was awesome. I'm really happy. It's always to help out my fellow collectors. So that's what I got this week. Let me know what you guys got. Tom Finn 2018. I love the Marvel Legends Void and Amarita. Now that I have a new one in hand, the first one had iffy paint and a right bicep joint broke. My fault. Not the version I wanted initially, but a beautiful figure. How easy is that figure going to be for them to repaint into the version that a lot of New Warrior fans wanted? Because the sculpt does look great. I wondered they may need to switch up her head / hair sculpt, but otherwise she looks really good. Chandler, random question. Did anyone else collect DC Infinite Heroes? I was deep into that line. I still break them out every now and then. They had a decent Crisis offering. Yeah, they did. They had pretty fun box sets too, which I guess I should get into since that was one of the topics for today. And of course, that's funny. We've been talking about this, and right now they have this Crisis on Infinite Earths movie, and I did not review it, of course. But it looks like it's pretty cool. My cousin said it was okay, which is disappointing. But here's the Infinite Earths or DC Universe Infinite Heroes Crisis lineup, and they had some good stuff. They even had the Infinite Crisis. You got your Manhunters, and then this has to be a custom. I don't remember ever seeing this, but how? Huh? That's weird. I never knew that existed. But they had a lot of Crisis figures, and these can't be real, right? No way. Apparently, I didn't see all of these figure offerings from them, but I know they did some stuff I did want, like the Trickster, not Trickster, Weather Wizard, and Mirror Master for the line. That's really cool. I think they did a fantastic job of bringing out so many characters that would have made for really good figures. I'm shocked. I really thought this is a custom. I can't believe they actually did monitor. Anyhow, so yeah, those were good figures if you didn't mind the smaller scale, lesser articulation. But yeah, they had some really good stuff in there. And I see why you're still pulling them out every so often, Jamlin. Really cool stuff. And I gotta see your display on those, man, because yeah, they did have a lot of cool Crisis figures, and I love to see how yours turned out. Aaron Easton, Crisis on Infinite increasing prices. The puns on this just speak for themselves. G Brew, I think the Magneto is the best of the Mafex X-Men. He's hands down the best and most dynamic Magneto figure I've ever owned. That Storm is great too. Tom Finn, I came close to jumping into DC Infinite Heroes a few times, but never took the plunge. I wonder how expensive they are now to grab. Henry G, hey, Jeff and chat. What's up, Henry G? Hope y'all are having a great week. Can't complain. And if I wanted to complain, it's almost over. So it's all good. Judge Dress, I would love to see the Justice League Dark villains in figure form. Which villains from Justice League Dark? 80s Kid says, I got $30 to spend. I don't know what to buy. The Pain, Grunt, Firefly, Buzzer, Retro Destro, Retro Storm Shadow, or Lady J. I feel like if you went to Walmart.com, you could get Retro Destro and Retro Lady J and still have money left over. So I think in that case, go with two figures over one. But of the ones you want, I don't think you're going to be upset with any of them. McMurphy, your Hasbro Post restock email helped me get my first mole rat and an extra Retro Storm Shadow. Thanks. I'm so happy to hear that, McMurphy. I'm glad somebody was able to take advantage of it because I was like, oh my gosh, they've actually restocked stuff. And they actually put some more stuff onto the to their clearance section. And I know sometimes it's like, oh, they've got the same stuff over and over, but they actually put some new stuff out there. And that was very cool to see. So let me just roll through real fast since I'm here and show y'all what's on that level too. Killmonger, I mean, $27.99 is really expensive for that figure, but get him a 1782. Then you get this Royal Pilot and Royal Guard. That's not a terrible price. I'd love it to be a little cheaper though. So, oh man, this Ronin was the one I was hoping everybody was able to grab. Really nice price for him and cheaper than what Amazon had back during Christmas. So that was a really good deal. And then back down to the normal stuff. And I don't think they restocked anything that was previously sold out on that front. But I'm really happy to see them just doing a clearance section of their own figures instead of making people go everywhere else. So yeah, that was really cool to see. And yeah, nothing new here. Oh, speaking of, let me pull up another website and hopefully you all were able to grab this because this was very exciting for me. So I don't know how many of you all frequent Kids Warehouse. They have really great specials and deals every so often. And I've picked up stuff from them before in the past and no issue. So they're not like a wild and crazy retailer of ill repute. They have a crazy sale And they tend to have really good sales on figures just in general. But right now, you can get some really good deals. Marvel Legends Hammerhead, $8.99. Ever Raw, $7.99. If you need a good suit mold, the Hot Suit Zeraze, $8.99. The Retro Tiger, which is totally moot point now that they've got that great version of the box set, she's $7. But the real winner, if it's still here, were the box sets. They've got the Marvel Legends villain set, which is still basically over 100. No, it's at 100 on Amazon right now. You can get it for $69.99. So that is a great price for this set. You get a updated Strife, Random, Pretty Boy, Zero, and Vertigo. More Marauders. So that's cool. And then you get this Spider-Man 5-pack for $59.99. So really great deals. Vouch for Kid Warehouse. They've done right by me in the past. So if you've been waiting, holding out for these box sets, now's the time to grab them, because I don't know how long they're going to last, but it's really cool to see them get box sets. Hey, figure out I got Crocmaster this week, and Ross actually got 2. I mean, at one point, it's like you're getting Crocmaster, and then you're getting another Fiona. So you got a pair of crocodiles. Yeah, I need to open up my Fiona with her Crocmaster accessory, because I was with you and did the Ross thing and got her for $11.99. It's a great price for a crocodile. So yeah, very happy about that. So nice to see you were able to get 2 in one shot. Jay Winter, I picked up the re-release of the Marvel Legends Infinite Stone Saga Spider-Man. That was a mouthful to read too, with the Tom Holland head. Absolute fire. Yeah, he looks really good. I'm glad to see you were able to grab that figure. I didn't get any new figures this week, but I did pre-order Vanguard. What's Vanguard from, Jay? Henry G. I like the multiverse line despite the Crisis robbery, but it still doesn't seem as fun as collecting those older DC lines. Yeah, I'm wondering what the deal is. Maybe it's just because of the randomness of how he releases these figures, because we'll get 4 Crisis figures, 5 in one shot, and we might not see another Crisis style figure for another year or 2. So maybe his approach to theme completions is a little off, but yeah, I understand that. It's like McFarlane goes right into the line of making the definitive version and says, nah, make him wait. It does feel like that sometimes. Figure nerd, what figures do we want to see from the Crisis on Infinite Earths next? I don't know, man. If they're gonna be $40, I don't want any. Brainiac, he's one that stands out for sure as a figure I'd like to see. John Stewart, Green Lantern. Who else? Solivar, because I think he would do Solivar pretty cool. He was an important character early on. Dr. Polaris, Arian, those figures would be cool because they were unique at that point. Killer Frost, she'd be another interesting character. Supergirl, classic Supergirl with no red pants, full skirt, headband look. She's probably my top Crisis one. So she can beat the heck out of Anti-Monitor. And I wouldn't be upset getting Anti-Monitor in his original form, too. What's up, man? I think I said last stream, I want a Wrecking Crew. I do, too. We're almost on that point. Just what Storm collectibles are you most excited for next? Mine is Goro and Shao Kahn, both Grails. I think you're going to love both of those figures. I have Goro and Shao Kahn, the original versions, and they are so much fun. Goro is great to pose, and I thought he was going to fall from my shelf all the time, but Storm Collectibles really engineered him well. So he stands up better than some of my Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series figures. Really well done. I can't vouch for him enough, and I'm sure you're going to love this updated one too. Oh, sorry. Didn't realize I was inaudible for a second. Kids Warehouse, and they are definitely great for cheap sales. And I looked at this time just for Marvel Legends, but in the past, they've had really good deals on on G.I. Joe Classified series figures too. I was going back through their menu. They have boys' toys, and I know some people are be upset about that now. Let's see. So here you go. Here's a quick look at what they're rocking in terms of G.I. Joe, just in case y'all were curious. So they've got the twins for Ross like prices, $6.99. Tiger Force Outback, $9.99. Zorana, $8. Got the Baroness Megatron his tank for $45. Marauder Barbecue, if you needed a Tiger Force Ram, not quite Ross price, but $30 isn't bad. Crimson Bat, $13. So you got those options, and I think I saw Masters of the Universe too when I was scrolling through. So they've got them, and there we go. Great. Let's see. So they've got some decent figures here. Not as many, of course, but you know, they're options, and like I said, I haven't had any issues with them. So definitely a way to go with your figures. So if you need another good deal, there you go. Patrick, what's going on? Vanguard is from Valorverse for their Action Force brand. That's cool. Let me know when you get your figure. Oh, it's the all-terrain assault vehicle. That's what it's called. Okay. When is that supposed to come out? Figure nerd, of course. I love a Harbinger figure that's $19.99. Gotta get her too. I can't believe I forgot her. All about the villains. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? Figure nerd. Anybody else pre-order Nightfall Bane and Nightfall Batman from Mayfex? I didn't pre-order them. I probably should at this point just so I can get them right away when they come out. Obsidian, he'd be another good character too. Lost, and what's going on? I want an Amethyst figure, a really nice one, just because she's a character from Crisis and she's never had any figure ever. And good female figures are always welcome. I agree. I think that would make for a nice figure. That's all with Arian too, because I think his design is so cool and he'd make for a really cool figure from McFarlane. Because I think he would do great detailing on him too. Comfortable, what's going on? Forsaken 62/6/1981. Vanguard comes out this summer. Thank you. That's a really cool looking vehicle. And I think the price was too bad for it either. I would love an Amethyst. Judge Dreads, 67 watchers, only 34 likes. Come on, man. You know, it's funny because I only see 2 likes. So those 34, I appreciate y'all. The Wolfpack toy review. Woo! Would be sweet. Yeah, thank you. Just give us the classic Brainiac already. Yeah, that would be a great figure. Hope you're doing well as well. Wolfpack toy review. Warlord would be a great figure to have too if they did him. Yeah, because if he's not Mike Grell version, it wouldn't be any fun. If they could do a whole wave of his figures or his characters, that would be really fun. Like my guy with the golden mace, that would be really cool. Then Doom, Jeff would like a Harbinger and Pariah from Crisis, but for $40 would not buy them. And then while we're talking, Lady Court would be another one you got to have. Dr. Light. See, y'all got me down this Crisis rabbit hole, and I just want all of them. That's the easiest way to say it. So I take them, and if they can figure out a way to do the Shadow Demons, that would be fun. Like make maybe like a base and put like 3 or 4 of them coming up so you could have them fighting your heroes. That would be fun. Something never going to happen. One, it's a classic Adam and Alana Strange 2-pack. I was so mad when DC Classics did the modern Adam Strange. Like, what are you doing? Like, they would do some questionable modern takes in that line. Every time they went modern, it's like, you're called DC Classics. What are you doing? And yeah, that one is a major bone of contention when I look at my display. Like, you should have been classic Adam Strange. 35 likes and counting. All right, we're good, 80s. Thank you, Lawson. Airrock would be fantastic to have with 2 different heads, one with the mohawk, one with the long hair. Exactly. GMJR30. Which classic, the Android or green guy? Both. Let's make it easy. But in terms of Crisis, the Android version. No, wait, it's 41 likes. Y'all are rolling. Arax and Valda would be a great 2-pack. Those would be fun. I feel like that's something that would be in McFarlane's wheelhouse, where he'd go, you know what? I like doing these barbarian style characters. It's kind of surprised he hadn't done more or any. Kelly Cox, Warlord. I still have how many of those comics in storage? Love them. It was a really fun book. Lawson, I'd like an Earth 2 Superman without the gum in my applesauce mouth. Get off my lawn, Scowl, please. He needs a smiling head sculpt. I mean, I do not understand that. Judge Dredd says, I think the Vanguard looks like a soccer mom SUV with guns on top. Jake said, Judge Dredd, remind me not to play soccer in your neighborhood. I felt the McFarlane Bane figure was too big. You know, I wish I could tell you you're right or wrong, but I have not seen it. And you would have thought with the release of the Nightfall Batman, we would have seen that Bane come back out, even if it was just on his website for 40, 50 bucks. Oh, Lexi Lion says, Sam, I kept Bane in the box for that reason too. That's why I can't wait to get this Mayfex one so I can break the bat. That's going to be so much fun because you know with the Mayfex articulation, it's going to be awesome. And it's going to be so much fun to have those figures. Vin Doom, oh, these people in the chat need to hit that like button. I appreciate y'all. Patrick P says, I got the new Wonder Woman figure. I found it FYE. Oh, wow. How much did you pay for this Wonder Woman? And I think it's already $30 at FYE. Was she 65 or 85? Yes, Shadow Demons. You got to have them, right? Too. I like some Cord Soldiers, too. With their crazed eyes, the lightning bolts. I mean, I'd go a little bit too far into all my wants for Crisis. But I feel like if I based a toy line, a DC toy lines around Crisis, it covers so many corners of the DC universe that I wouldn't even need to put a Crisis on Infinite Earths labeling on it because people would just be like, oh, this is cool. I get the Cord Warriors to fight Green Lantern. And you'd never know that my focus was just get all the characters from Crisis. Carlos Castillo, what up, peeps? I hope everyone's doing good. What's a nice topic? About to get to it. It's about your hopes and dreams for multi-packs. 34, you know, Patrick, for FYE, that's almost reasonable. I mean, they have had $40 Marvel Legends figures, and I'm like, I never need to come in the store again. So that's actually not bad for them. Judge Drez, what do you think of Super 7 Dungeons and Dragons figures? Worth it? Well, they better hope it's worth more than their Disney figures because I was really surprised that they're just out on that when they announced that they're not doing any more Simpsons, they're not doing any more Disney Ultimates. I it's hard to say, oh, that's so surprising, but you would have liked to have seen them stick with that, if nothing else, to get regular versions of those characters. So we got a new lineup of Thundercats figures, and I really wish I could love Super 7's offerings more, but their prices are ridiculous. And, again, it's another line where they forsake articulation. I will give them a ton of credit because they pack the figures full of accessories. It kind of balances out, but I wish they had the basic, modern style of articulation. So we got this new wave. It's Snarfer, action mode Snarf. We got Young Lionel. That's a pretty cool addition to the line because you can have him hang out with Wily Kit later on. Got Dream Master, Mum-Ra, and Quick Pick. Now $55 and $75 for Mum-Ra. A little bit expensive to me. So let's see what Lionel has. 3 portraits and 4 sets of hands. That's not bad. He's got the small sort of omens, the longer one. And then I'm trying to figure out what this is. Is it a vapor trail, smoke trail? I don't quite remember what that is. It's been way too long since I've watched the show. Maybe I should fix that soon. Maybe even over this weekend. But it's not terrible. I just wish for $55 he had double jointed knees and elbows so he could hit these poses a little bit easier. We got the Dungeons and Dragons figures, and I'm not quite sure why they didn't pop up when I was searching for them. I think they might actually have more success doing this line than, say, Hasbro, because they actually are putting more articulation in. They can actually hit the I'm firing my bow pose. And that's great because you want your archer to be able to do that pose. So that's exciting and encouraging to see. And they're not doing let's put everybody out all at once. So we're gonna have to work for it. We're getting Sheila, and she's got that, but she's also got a hood piece that comes up. So you've got the portrait with her up and down with the hood. It seems like she has as many accessories at least that I would expect, but oh, it looks like this is cloth. So that's really cool. Wait, no, it's not cloth. It just looks like cloth, but that's cool. It seems like for a cartoon like this, the articulation is pretty solid. I think that's good. And, hopefully they do well with it. I figured like that's more of a license up their alley where it's in that Silverhawks, Thundercats realm where they just do a good job cranking out villains. They'll do better than Hasbro's kind of sort of articulated versions, which didn't satisfy anything. Definitely not on a Marvel Legends articulation scale. Charlie Pendleton, I got you on the leg. I appreciate it. Donovan, there you go. Just think the Infinite Crisis wave is an FYE exclusive. They really should just sell it that way. I think people would be like, oh, okay, whatever. FYE is crazy on their pricing anyway. Lost in a nice Neil Adams style Green Arrow would be very nice to have. Maybe with a classic Black Canaries, a 2-pack. No, not the one with the headband tied. Don't hate that version though. Yeah, because she would fit in with my JLI that I don't really have enough figures of. Vin Doom, there you go. I think they would work better with them because they'll pack them full of accessories and Hank can do his archer pose and that's pretty much all the articulation they really need. I feel like some of the other ones you need dynamic articulation, but with them the accessories are more important. Henry G. Just got my Wonder Woman from GameStop. Great figure. Red Tornado and Animal Man over the weekend. Platinum Edition Captain Carrot via online order. You made some great figure hauls this week, my friend. I really like Headband Black Canary. I'm not going to hate on it. I like that outfit too. And, I'm a sucker for JLI. So any look there is considered a definitive team building version for me. And I'll be happy to have it in my collection. And Carlos is right. They're hit and miss. The $55 price point is steep, but sometimes they hit it out the park with figs, accessories, and so on. And then if they have a sale like going on right now at my affiliate Entertainment Earth, you can use the code LYLES, LYLESMF, and you can get 10% off of your in-stock purchases. And they've got several. So that's a good way to go to get some good figures like Ultimate Flint, Lady J. And yeah, I mean, there's some figures you can make out pretty well with from them and get your Power Rangers. So, it takes the price down and they're not all bad. Like I'm not getting these chrome versions of Silverhawks, but for the most part, I like my Silverhawks figures of them. Figure Nerd. I had 3 Azrael figures customized and sold them for over 100. Wishing I had kept one because man, they've gotten pricier. Which versions are these? Are these the McFarlane ones or Apex ones? Kirby, Mr. Miracle, and Big Barda 2-pack can be a chef's kiss if done right. Well, Lawson, he's going to make Big Barda the biggest, tallest version of Big Barda we've ever got. So if nothing else, he's going to knock that out. Carlos, $55 for a Snarf/Snarfer. Kind of crazy. Should be more like 30, 35. Exactly. I mean, it's just like you can't keep your same base price for a super small figure and then charge more for Mumra or any other big giant figures. Like, well, which one is it? Or is the figure worth more because it's bigger? Then by that same logic, should the smaller figure be cheaper? Judge never bought Super 7, but tempted by the Ultimate Destroyer. Critical Enjoyer. I was at 50th like, thank you. And you guys are up to 50. Y'all are rolling. Hawk and Dove also, those would be a good 2-pack. Figure the Azrael Batman armor is probably my favorite figure from McFarlane. Oh, that's cool. Huh. It does look cool. I just never saw it. Was it a Walmart exclusive? Kelly Cox, no more Disney Ultimates. How many Robin Hood figures came out? Not as many as they should have. And that's the thing. They were kind of ambitious with that setup where it was like, let's try this version. And I feel like if you're going to go hard with something like that, you have got to commit to the point where, people feel like if it doesn't come out, I've got all that I really wanted. So they did Prince John with his blue robe and the stork costume for Robin Hood. So I guess Robin Hood Prince John's still supposed to come out. Hopefully that's the case, and people that pre-order will not worry. That's for the closed Sword of Omens. Thank you, Henry G. I did not remember what was going on with all that. Favorite DC Multiverse figure of all? Probably my Nightfall Batman. I really like that figure. But I do have to say, I kind of enjoy that Superman Red Sun figure. I think that's a really well done figure too, despite the lack of double jointed elbows. Jamlin, the purple thing is a sword stand. The Sword of Omens was kept in on their ship. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to need to rewatch Thundercats if I'm going and I don't remember something basic like that. Need to get on it. David, Super 7 always prices things too high. I'm sure all the stuff will be less than 25 at the end of summer. And I feel like for them, they would be so much better off just charging 40, 35 for their figures. I feel like for that price, more people would jump in right away. I know the temptation is, well, we'll make more if we charge more, but I think your entryway to getting people buying your line would be so much wider. Like you would make up so much if you lose money early on from people going, hey, this is a nice $35 figure. It's got a lot of accessories. Maybe it doesn't have the articulation that I want, but I'll sacrifice it because it's got everything. All the Easter eggs, all the nods to different episodes. I just feel like when you start at $55, you're cutting off so many people from getting into your line from the first place. Even if you have to take a loss and say, all right, well, they're really worth and it costs us $55 to make, more people would buy them to balance that out if you charge $20 less. War Duke would eat those Super 7 Dungeon Dragon figures for breakfast. I finally got my pre-order in with Entertainment Earth for War Duke, so I can't wait for him to arrive. Ryan Daly says those Dungeon and Dragon Ultimates on Pulse. Is Super 7 part of Hasbro now? I think they have some sort of partnership where they're licensing out certain things to Super 7, so that's a way for them to make money, and we're all about Hasbro making money. But in that case, I think it's better for Super 7 to have a license like that. Now they've really got to focus on completing the team because there would be nothing worse than starting that squad and then missing a couple of the team members. But I feel like the Dungeons and Dragons line is safer than Disney, Simpsons, and all those because you got to answer to Disney. Apparently they wanted a certain amount of units sold and Super 7 just couldn't make the demand. But maybe if you did the basic versions of the Simpson family instead of, hey, here's these random versions, I think they would have sold better, So not a good way to go. GMJR30 says never paying full price for Super 7 again. Sheila looks like Sinister Cupid doll. Robert shouldn't look bad. Blake says, I was dubious whether Hank could really pose firing the bow. Hasbro showed the same image, but the actual figure cannot hit the pose. Super 7 articulation is very lacking. Love Dungeons and Dragons, though. It's funny because I got that Extremis armor Iron Man, and they had the pose. Oh, he can hit the landing shot. And I was like, oh, yeah. And he had really good articulation. I was like, this is weird. I'm sitting up here, got the pose picture in front of me, and I'm trying to hit the pose. And then I realized you had to take the head basically off the neck peg to get that look. It's like, so technically they're right, but not in a functional way. So yeah, I wonder if there's some trickery with this shot, but I'm hoping he can do it. I'm looking over at my Super 7 Silverhawks, and they can hit most of the poses they had in the pictures without too much trouble. So maybe Hank can do that too. Tom Finn's favorite Black Canary costume is Injustice 2. Nice amalgam of her different looks. Always up for creeper figures. I am shocked McFarlane hasn't done a creeper figure yet. Figure Nerd, is the intro to Thundercats the best cartoon intro? Here's a can of worms, and you have just destroyed that can. I don't know. I mean, I really like the intro to Silverhawks. Bionic 6 is just super catchy. Spiral Zone. G.I. Joe season 1, season 2 are really good. If you want to just put your trump card out there, G.I. Joe the movie has the best cartoon intro ever. So there you go. Jamelin, the Thundercats figures are pretty decent. The articulation is limited, but I dig them. They kill you on the smaller characters, though. Yeah. I mean, if they had all of them out and available, I'd probably just get into the line because I really loved Thundercats back in the day. But the struggles, the challenge to get them is definitely helped me steer away from them. Although when I see people with their Thundercats layer, I'm going to be like, you messed up and you should have gotten these lines. Figure nerd, female figs and G.I. Joe need double jointed elbows. Well, hold on. Doesn't Shooter have double jointed elbows? I'm trying to find her in my setup, my reviews. Now, this is actually organized. So, yeah, here we go. She should be fairly easy to find. She does have double jointed elbows. I'm not sure if older ones don't have it, but I was pretty sure Shooter had double jointed elbows, and they definitely help her with those sniper poses. So, which ones are you looking for that don't have it? I thought Scarlet had them. Scarlet definitely is a character that would need double jointed elbows for sure. And you got me worried. Looks like she's got it too. So the most important Joe female figure definitely has double jointed elbows, so she can go to work and do her thing. So looks like crisis averted on that one. Jalen, I'm holding out for Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store sales for Snarf and the Kittens. I want to see some people's Thundercats collection and pictures now. Lawson, don't hate Headband Black Canary, but want classic with classic Green Arrow. Todd likes to make things up too much for my taste. He does. Lefty T Lion says, I got some of Super 7 stuff. Some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a few Thundercats, ODB, Big. Those two I definitely need to get. That I saw ODB and was like, oh. I mean, if they start showing more Wu-Tang Clan members, I'm all on them. Big, Thulsa Doom, and few reaction figures. They look good in box card. Very iffy once posed. I figure with ODB and Big, I don't need them doing kicks and flips. So having them doing like that will be fine. Can we get a question figure? Vin Doom, that is an awesome question. Hopefully, I mean, maybe he's too simple for Tide. You can do a 2-pack. We'll get Renee Montoya and Vic Sage, get them both in there so you can mix it up a little bit more. Chris Daughtry, Jeffrey, what is up with these tidy back prices? Love the Spectre, though. Want to see all the new guys. Those would be fun, too. Now, with a build a figure for that, figure, if you're going to do new guides, you got your obvious build a figures for both of them. This is the way to go. So you get your Orion, Light Ray, Big Barda, Mr. Miracle. Maybe you throw in Forger and make any of those other ones a standalone figure to build High Father. Then you give us Dazad, Steppenwolf, Mantis. My other one would be Kanto, and build Granny Goodness, and then have a Mega Fig Dark Side. That'd be an easy way to work. Of course, you got to make sure we don't do those ridiculous prices. Todd, where's my Commandy figures? See, I was always upset when we got OMAC and Commandy, when I'm like, they're core members of teams that y'all have started when we got Commandy. Snake Eyes, I'm still trying to get a Super 7 Lino. Yeah, and see, the thing is, if I get him, I think Panther is still available, then I'm going to want all the rest of them, and then that's when those wild prices get wilder. And I'm going to want a Thunder Tank, and then the Thunder. It is a huge hole in my collection, and I'm trying to resist because it's like, but they need to be super posable. I think maybe more so for the Thundercats and some of the other ones, and I'm just like, man, it's not good enough, but I kind of feel like I need to have them in my collection. Thank you. The red one came out as the first Robin Hood figure. Thank you. Being a fine figure. What's up, man? What I think of Mythic Legions, they look cool. I don't collect them, but they definitely look like fun-looking figures. They definitely are fun-looking figures. David Thanos, more insane with Super 7 is charging 17 to 22 to charge. Yeah, those that's the worst value of any figure in line right now. I saw my Target today. They have like some figures tucked away in what is typically their clearance aisle. And there are some figures that were on clearance. Oh, let's pull them up real fast here. Let's see. So y'all can see what was on sale. So Tire Force Dusty, $12.49. Good clearance price for him. And then McFarlane Toys, Flashpoint Wonder Woman, $7.49. A really good price for a figure that's good, but just not the classic Wonder Woman. And that problem's solved now. But you get a $25 build a figure for $7.49, you're good. For those figures being $17, and they had a classic Flint, the cartoon version, I was like, oh, I will definitely get him. He's still like $17. I was like, terrible price. Henry G warns you all, don't expect those Super 7 figures to get super discounted. The clearance unload was due to retailers over ordering. I don't expect Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth to buy as much at this point going forward. Yeah. Raw Talk Real Deal says Super 7 makes McFarlane look like Hasbro. All bad. '66 Spider-Man is the best intro. I don't know where fight she lost. Best cartoon intro is X-Men animated series. Yep. You know, I've got to take points away just because Thunderbird / Warpath is on the villain side. I was always like, what is he doing there? So wrong. It sucks. The older figures are so expensive. Yeah, Judge Dreads. I mean, you figure like for a line like Thundercats, people are latecomers. You want to refresh and get those core cast members out to people at all times. I know people hate when Hasbro does it, but it makes sense because somebody might not have been collecting Marvel Legends in 2018. And so for them, this new crack at Captain America, Iron Man, Wolverine, etc., is their first time to get them. Nope. Thundercats intro was amazing. Music, animation, wow, chef's kiss. Batman animated series intro bows to none either. Carlos says Silverhawks. Best intro, the Bluegrass solo. Awesome Super 7 line. Can't wait to get Hot Wing. Yes. I was typing a reply about cartoon theme songs, but Jeff basically said everything I was going to say. Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers intro. Also dope. It was. Raw Talk Real Deal says these toy companies are making it easier for me to not spend on their modern renditions. We do need Coppercat ASAP because if we go and we don't get them, I'm going to be upset. Jibru, the X-Men animated theme is my ringtone due to total awesomeness. It's pretty good. I'd say X-Men 97 and Gargoyles for best intro. X-Men 97? Have you seen it? Jalen says, I think every G.I. Joe woman since Lady J has double jointed elbows. I agree, because Baron is desperately needed them. Joe Kelly, what up, cuz? How you doing out here? Glad to see you. All right, you're right. We should get into that. I've been talking all this so long, and I need to get into our main topic. It's almost 10 o'clock. Wolverine all the way. Method to Madness. What's good, Jeffrey? Oh, am I alone in wanting less articulation in some of these figures? Far too many female DC Universe, pre-Toddy Mac and Hasbro Marvel Legends, along with some guys can't stand for beans. I have, thanks to you all, my Mod Podge to help figures with terrible knee joints and ankle articulation. But you gotta have figures that stand. Articulation's awesome, but I need my figures not to topple everything over in the display, especially in the middle of the night. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't need less articulation. I just need my figures to have stable foundations. So when I just put them on the shelf, just in a neutral pose, that they're not falling over, because that's the worst. Mr. Rover, what's up, Jeffrey? I'm late, but I'm gonna catch the replay. Does anyone know when that Hulk and Wolverine 2-pack go for pre-order? I'm surprised they're doing like this slow rollout of them, because it was like, okay, we're getting Lilandra. I don't know why I want to keep saying Lilandra. Psylocke and Wolverine up now. And it was kind of odd that they didn't just put them out there. Carlos, the Thunder Tank is steadily dropping on Amazon. I think it'll get real close to 200. Do not say that, because that's going to be well, it was close to 200. Sometimes I don't think my wife appreciates my enjoyment and my satisfaction of getting these figures on a great deal. Method to madness. I told myself I'm only going to cave for Super 7 Lino and transform Mumra, the ever living, since my guy at the local flea market keeps trying to tempt me. I feel like once you get started, you're going to be stuck in. So stay strong. Snake Eyes. What do you mean young Lino hanging with Wily Kit and Wily Cat? They're two different characters. They're the twins, boy and a girl. So in the very first one, Lionel's the same youthful age as those kids, and then he gets aged up when he gets the power, the Sword of Omens. So definitely check it out. You would love that show. Figure, just notice Psycho Pirate has boot cuffs. He does, and again, it's a problem. It's like, why are you using this boot cuff mold? He's done so many figures using this mold that have been cheaper just to have painted those boot cuffs. It's so wild. That's the absolute reversal of most companies. There's been one character that had boot cuffs, and that's the mold going forward for figures that don't need it. I forgot about Voltron. That was my jam. That was good too. All right, so let's go on because you guys took me down this rabbit hole. I'm going to blame you all. So real quick, since I mentioned this already, the Wolverine Marvel Legends Wolverine and Psylocke 2-pack is now up for pre-order, $50. I don't think that value is terrible because we get a pretty decent amount of accessories here. We get two awesome head sculpts of Wolverine, butterfly joints on this ninja mold. That's pretty cool. The claws retracted. I think this is a pretty cool, simple base Wolverine. Psylocke and her original Lady Mandarin attire is where the budget clearly went. And segmented arms, that's really cool. The gloves all look good. The armor looks really solid. Great alternate head sculpts for her. Then we got a little mix of different accessories. I don't know if I've seen this particular accessory piece. Are they actually coming up with something new? That's good. So pretty nice looking set here. So $50. It'll probably be cheaper, but that's now available on Entertainment Earth. One other thing I wanted to spotlight, because we've been talking about good deals, bad deals. We got the Rebel Moon Part 1 Child of Fire SH Figure Arts Korra figure. And we got 3 figures from this line already. I'm kind of curious where they're going to go with this, but really like the look of Korra. And she's $75, so she's not super cheap. But in defense of this series, the Rebel Moon figures, there's a lot here. We got a cloth, actually sculpted detail on this thing, and it looks really good. The fold on the hood looks really good. The likeness is pretty decent. It's not the best, but it's good enough for me. And then you can take the hood off. You've got that, and she's got really good articulation, although she is lacking bicep articulation, which I don't know, is that defensible now? She looks like she can hit some pretty good poses, though. She's got her weapons, good accessories, and she can hit that really nice pose there. She's ready for business. So $75. Thought it was cool that we're getting Rebel Moon figures. I know a lot of people didn't like the movie. I was entertained by it. So now let's go on here. Let's go to the question. I've asked you all before. You got questions you want to ask the chat, send it along to me. You can video it, and I'll post your video on here too. This comes to us from great friend of the show, Blake Tarpley. Come up with a great 3-pack. Come up with a great 4-pack. Come up with a great 5-pack. What do you guys think? So I know you guys have been saying them in the chat. I will try to go back along and find them, but now is your opportunity. You can design your best 3-pack, 4-pack, 5-pack. Heck, if you want to, go with a 2-pack. So just to get things rolling, I came up with a 2-pack, 3-pack, 4-pack, and a 5-pack. I'll give you my 2 and 3-pack ideas right now. My 2-pack, got to get the Wizard and Chopster. And I know there's some other characters that I would want in 2-packs, but I can get my Frightful 4 completed with these 2 additions. So that's why they get bumped up to the front of the line. Give me these 2. I've got another team completed. I'm all about team completion. Now, if you want to go with the full Kirby look and give me a Sandman, a Medusa, and their classic Frightful Four looks, I'm down with that too. But if I've got to settle, I'm happy to do it this way. For my 3-pack, again, I'm wrapping up another team. So give me Crystal, give me Gorgon, give me Triton, wrap up the Inhumans. I still need a better version of Black Bolt and a Medusa that has her hair a little bit easier to make her stand without toppling over or pulling a Fat Joe and leaning back. I love to get her just where she can stand and her hair can just rest or even be posed as the swappable headpiece. So that's it. That's my 2 and my 3-pack. I'm going to share my 4 and 5-pack, but let's see what you all came up with. All right. G. Bruce says, okay, I would love to see the following multi-packs. Morrison era new X-Men Cyclops, Jean and Emma for the first, Jean and Emma for the 3-pack. Okay. Beast, Wolverine, Xavier for the second, Zorn, Beacon, Angel, Salvador for the third. Those would be fun 3-packs. Hopefully they would do those. I got to get a Cassandra Nova in that mix too, though, if we're going to go with the full-on new X-Men era. Super 7 does need a Wu-Tang pack with the main guys, and I'd pay for those too. GMJR30. I'm not paying full price for Marvel Legends 2-packs again. They literally all went on sale last year. That sale was crazy because they were really good figures that were on sale. I mean, even Pulse had their stuff on sale. G-Brew wants a real Ghostbusters 5-pack. Egon, Peter, Ray, Winston, Slimer, and Egon, EGB 5-pack. Egon, Kylie, Eduardo, Garrett, and Roland. Lar A, thank you. I don't think this is why I need to rewatch the show. I don't think the Sword of Omens made Lionel grow. I'm pretty sure the sleeping chamber he was in broke. So he aged on the way to Third Earth, but the other Thundercats stayed the same age in their pods. I really, really need to rewatch Thundercats. So then next week I'm going to go, guys, I got all the Super 7 Thundercats because that's how my 70s/80s kid watching cartoon brain works. Ooh, I just watched the cartoon. I need the figures now. The hypnotism works really well. Aaron Easton, Warriors 3. I mean, that's a great 3-pack. It's right there. So that would be a really good one. Californication. This seems to be California dreaming. I brought the whole Crisis away. I got 2 of each. Cheaper like that, but dang, it's expensive. Yeah, it is. I'm glad somebody got them. I feel like the set is a better deal than buying those figures individually. Let's see, I've read California Dreaming, and I was thinking of the NBC show back in the day, California Dreams. Raw talk, real deal. X-Men 1963, my 5-pack. That's got to be in the cards at some point. It was weird that they went through the X-Men's anniversary. We got not a whiff of those figures because that's a classic looks. Maybe they're waiting to get an Angel wing mold in operation. But I don't know if that will work for a Team Buck Angel. I don't know. Maybe we'll see if that works out. Critical Enjoyer. Pinless Mark Waid era Fantastic Four 6-pack with the kids. Mark Waid, Fantastic Four. You can't go wrong with that one. Let's do 2 lines, BK. Bionic 6. Bigger nerd. Feeling the love in here. Bring it in. Let's feel the love, man. That's what we're about here tonight. Hey, Rodriguez, points for that Fat Joe reference. I'm always throwing them in there. I love when you guys catch them. Judge Dredd, 4-pack, The Invaders, Cap, Namor, Bucky, and Human Torch. What about Toro? Can't forget about him, right? Blake, all right, this is your idea. What you got? Titania and Absorbing Man for the 2-pack. Great choice. Number 3, Falcon, the 3-pack. Falcon, World War II Cap, Bucky, good choice too. Number 4, Wrecking Crew. Yeah, you got to do, I mean, if you're going to do a 4-pack, can't go wrong with the Wrecking Crew. 5-pack, Anaconda, Diamondback, Constrictor, Princess, Python, Bushmaster. That would really do a lot of good work in terms of having a formidable Serpent Society. Cap and Falcon, watch out. Love all those choices. I think that's the best part about this exercise is, hey, Hasbro, there's so many multi-packs that y'all can crank out that we would still buy. I grab all of those, so let's see what else y'all got. David Thanos, okay, cool. I love the fact that you're like, I have to stick with Marvel Legends. Let's see what WWE stuff would you do, or wrestling figures. 3-pack, NWO, Hogan, Hall, and Nash. I think when we get these Monday Night War figures, you might be able to do those anyway. I think they're just missing a Hogan because I think they have the Ultimate Editions version of the Outsiders, and I think they would work with that. 4-pack, NWO, Hogan, Hall, Nash, X-Pac. Cool. Now does 6 have his 6 t-shirt? 5-pack, NWO, Hogan, Hall, Nash, 6, Bishop, Bischoff, and Savage, all Ultimate figures. Ultimate Edition figures really make paying for the Elite figures kind of questionable now because, like, I need my butterfly shoulder joints from my wrestling figures. Carlos Bionic 6, dear God, that'd be a dream come true. I mean, I feel like that cartoon has a lot of love for people who watched it, and they would be such amazing figures. I wonder who would take that up because they'd need articulation. But man, when they're trying to do so much more to represent all different ethnicities, different demographics, I am shocked that they've not redone Bionic 6. I feel like that'd be a pretty easy movie to do, or at least an animated thing. It's weird to me. I wonder if their license is held up in legal limbo because it seems like such an obvious home run for a line that would do really well, especially nowadays. Aaron Easton, updated sculpts, Young Avengers 4-pack, Iron Lad, Hulkling, Wiccan, and Patriot. I would be down for that too. It's funny, they did that 4-pack, and I think a lot of people still really love how that turned out. Surprised they haven't done it because Hasbro's really been good about knocking out stuff that Toy Biz did. Lawson says 4-pack, UFOs, cool. 5-pack, Humans, Gorgon, Triton, Crystal, Lockjaw. Wait, I'm trying to figure out. You're still missing one, aren't you? Or are you considering Lockjaw a twofer? 3-pack, Banner, half Banner, Hulk transformation figure, Hulk Deluxe. That's cool. 2-pack, Son of Satan and Gargoyle Defenders pack. Yeah, they still need to do a lot of work with the Defenders. Method to Madness, easy 5-pack for me. Claremont era Marauders. We already got Vertigo, Sinister, and Sabretooth in previous waves. Scalp Hunter, Harpoon, Malice, and Polaris Body, Prism, and Scrambler. Good choices. You and I are right there. I have a few different Marauder choices, which shows that we need so many more Marauder figures. Californication. I hope the Batman vs. Superman Ben Affleck is at least $25. Are you saying you hope that he's not more than 25 or what? Because I wonder if they probably would make that Doomsday the Build-A-Figure. So 25 is probably, you're probably on the right path with that. Judge Dredd's Apocalypse 4 Horsemen. Yeah, I'm trying to, which version? Because he's done several, of course. I'm old school X Factor fan, so I want the original 4 Horsemen with their red and gold attire and the mask they rocked. I wouldn't mind getting their horse, their steeds. That'd be fun. Method to Madness, 2-pack, Savage She-Hulk and Titania Comics versions. Yeah, make that happen. I'm surprised nobody's asked for Savage She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Whew. Bigger nerd. I don't think they're utilizing Wolverine's popularity over here. Thank you, fellas. Laura is correct. Lionel's chamber was cracked. Thank you. It's been way too long. And I'm looking over my collection, and I don't think I even have the Thundercats on Blu-ray or DVD. Another thing I need to fix. Judge Dredd, Savage Land 3-pack, Kazar, Zabu, and the chick, Shanna, the She-Devil. We're supposed to be getting Kazar this year. That was part of Rectangular. I think it's Rectangular. I don't want to miscredit him, but I'm pretty sure Kazar is listed as a figure to come, and that list had all those 2-packs right, so there's no reason to doubt that we're not going to get Kazar. And according to that list, which also had Angel, Count Nefarious coming, so that's why I've not included him on any of my lists, because we should, there's some wood to knock on, be getting him too. Lawson says, give me a classic black and yellow suit, New Mutants 5-pack. Make that happen. And we got to get those guys. Randall G. Would love a Ghostbusters Plasma Series Great Jumpsuit 4-pack for Ghostbusters 2. That would be fun. Californication, appreciate you, friend. Love you and your friends live stream. Thank you so much. You guys are important to our toy community. I mean, we're talking toys. This should be the less stressful place you come to. So it's all about having fun, talking about stuff we all love here. Snake Eyes, I want a 4-pack with Venom Snake, Solid Snake, Liquid Snake, and Naked Snake. It's a lot of snakes. Now, Metal Gear pack would be fun, especially for Metal Gear. Jeez, Metal Gear 3. It's so old now. But yeah, I would take that for sure. Jamlin, 2-pack. X Factor, Scott and Gene, Beast and Iceman. You're almost reading my cheat on that. Because, yeah, I knew I was going to have X Factor in this. I wasn't going to forget my team. Carlos, SWAT Cast Deluxe 2-pack. Oofa. Fun. Jibru, X Factor, Gene and Goblin Queen 2-pack. Cassandra, Nova, and Magneto Morrison era 2-pack. There you go. Ryan says, Blake, great ideas. Yeah, guys, send along your questions. What do you want to ask the rest of the chat for future episodes? Send them along to me. 80s Kid, Star Wars, Black Series 4-pack, Phase 2 Rex, Tup, Kicks, and Dogma. Comfortable wants a Cable Hope Summers 2-pack. That'd be a good choice. Randall, sucks the Studio Series 86 Hound is going to be in a 5-pack before I already own. Yeah, I'm not happy with that one. That was like, come on, guys. I mean, if you're going to give us a bunch of repacks, do half of the set with re-releases, not just one new figure. That's so lame. Californication. Farland sports figures are awesome too. Got me a Kittle and a Bosa. Oh man, Bosa's already out. Shoot. Okay, yeah. So I ordered Kittle from Entertainment Earth because I don't want to pay for the ridiculous McFarlane Toys shipping, but I did not know Bosa was already available. I hope and think you all know. Gosh, there's no Niner stuff immediately in view. Trust me on this. I'm all about my 49ers, and yeah, I'm happy. I didn't know Bosa was out. Cool. And I'm really hoping, so hoping by the end of this year, I can get that Las Vegas Knights NHL Stanley Cup set up with the Niners with a 3-pack of Debo, maybe Fred Warner, definitely Brock, and CMC. So clearly that's not a 3-pack, but any combination, throw in Trent Williams in that mix, maybe have a 2-pack of Debo and Trent with the boombox, dude. Make that happen. Kelly Cox, man, everyone coming up with these multi-packs would leave me in toy heaven. Seriously, I mean, there's still so much stuff for these figures left to do. Lawson, we need a new Constrictor and a new Claw. I'd take those as a 2-pack or Melter and Backlash. Yeah, we definitely need a new Constrictor. I feel like Hasbro was still trying to figure things out when they released him. And posing him with the rest of my Serpent Society is like, one of these things is not like the other. Ryan, Star Wars Black Series 2-pack. Super Battle Droid and C-3PO body with P1 Battle Droid head. I think you've got a future in this business here. Jamlin, 3-pack. Chiquita the drummer. Elijah Snow. Excuse me. Chi Brew, 5-pack. OG New Mutants. Danny. Karma. Cannonball. Yeah. Those are the 5-pack of the New Mutants seems like a really easy one to do, and because you don't really have to worry about, oh man, the girls aren't as developed as they should be. You could almost get by with just a basic mold for them, and you can kind of work it easy enough. I don't know. They just need to do a teenage buck, and you would almost, you just basically need to do a new torso for Danny, Karma, and Rain, and you're good. Raw Talk, real deal. 18 for 4-pack Wish. Only if we get a van to go along with it. And I'd take a 5-pack so we can get Amy in there too. 80s Kid 3-pack Qui-Gon, Kenobi, and an updated Darth Maul. What do you need an updated Darth Maul for? Like in terms of articulation? Henry G. Warriors 3-pack, Power Pack 4-pack, nice. Batman the Outsiders, just do the Outsiders. You use a Nightfall Batman to go with it, or just do a 6-pack, cheating a little. See, I feel like every time there's an opportunity to take a shot at DC Classics, I take it, but man, we got a classic Metamorpho. didn't do any other outsiders that would fit with him and Batman. We got them in the very first wave. We got that great Batman right down to the shading of the cowl. We got Metamorpho, and it was all right, cool. Now Geoforce, now Black Lightning, Katana, Halo, Looker, just 5. They could have made it a set. We never got anyone else. We got a Black Lightning from like modern era. It's like, what are y'all doing? There was some real curious decisions over there, but I really wanted those. Jamelin, 4-pack, all new Fantastic Four. Which version Fantastic Four? Because they have so many different outfits and colors and combinations. Which team or which group would you want to see on that one? Figure nerd, that Wolverine would make a great Ryu Hayabusa custom. What would you use for the scarf? Comfortable, Colossus, Magic Extinction Team. Yeah, that would be cool. Lawson, I want a Dusty Rhodes American Dream figure that transforms into a cowboy robot. I want a Dusty Rhodes that transforms into the Midnight Rider, if you will, in public. Transformers Studio Series 2-pack, Wind Charger and Gears, because they're the only 2 Autobots on the arc that haven't been done in the Generations area. Ryan, that would be a great 2-pack. Yeah, that's it, right? Man, I don't have all of them, but I love a re-release of Bumblebee. G Brew, the Mutants 2-pack, Magic and Magma, Warlock and Cypher. We got Warlock. I just need a Cypher to go along with them. Ryan, Marvel Legends 3-pack, Starlin era, Adam Warlock, Gamora, and Pip the Troll. That'd be a good 3-pack. Figure nerd, yeah, SH figure arts are a little bit light because that's the thing with the Star Wars figures I have. They definitely feel not as sturdy as some other figures, and they move fine, but yeah, they do have a little sense of like, oh no, I've dropped him. What's gonna happen? G-Brew, Fraction Era 2-pack, Clinton, Kate, Hawkeyes with Pizza Doug. Yeah. Lar A, 5-packs for each Wakanda tribe. Mining Merchant Border Jabari, 4-pack with 3 Angela Bassett Bucks outfits, $1 for her husband, old and young head, 6 heads for Angela, crown, hair, dreads, etc. That would be fun. That's something that they could have taken advantage of when Black Panther height or popularity was at its height, because I think they could have gotten away with doing all kinds of stuff. Comfortable, Cable, Hope Summers. Good choice. Jamelin, 5-pack Metalman. Yeah, because I need a better Metalman. I wonder if Todd would take that up and how he would change their looks. Now, if Mayfex were doing, that'd be awesome. All about the villains. Power Rangers 4-pack, Machine Empire, Double Dragons 2-pack, fun. Marvel Jacket. I need to check that one out. Hobgoblin, Spider Slayer 3-pack, Transformers, Quintessons 5-pack. That'd be a good one. New Medusa got deleted from my 5-pack. Aaron, Dark Avengers 5-pack, Norman Osborn, Iron Patriot, Dakin, or is it Dakin? Bullseye, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, and Scar. That's right. I forgot the Scar was on that team for a hot second, but a 5-pack of Dark Avengers would be really cool. And that was I think Bendis' best run during his Avengers phase, is he could just have them talk and do crazy wild stuff. That was a really fun read. I'd be all about them. Ryan Daly, JoJo Classified 3-pack, comic style Red Ninjas. I'll take 8. Those would be really fun. Levon Crump, 70s classic Guardians of the Galaxy box set. Yeah, that'd be a really easy way to get the whole team. That would be a good set. 4-pack of classic Marvel monsters: Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein, and Zombie. Judge Dredd, that would be fun too. Kind of like that old school one we got from Toy Biz. Another one that they need to catch up on and get. Critical Enjoyer, Mandarin, 1-pack. Levon Crump says Tiger Sharks. Randall G says, would love a Dusty Rhodes Ultimate figure. Have Mattel do what Jazzware does with the torso, polka dot trunks, inlays, or traditional Dusty torso bottom with regular trunks. That would be fun. Yeah, because man, Dusty would be a great Ultimate figure because you could go really bushy hair, you could go crop hair, and if you want to go hard with it, you could do the shaved mohawk with Tully on each side. That'd be fun. Inhumanoids. That was another good one, Levon. That was a fun opening too. Judge Dredd's 2-pack, Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Yes. Ryan says Marvel Legends 2-pack, Misty Knight and Colleen Wing, the Daughters of the Dragon. Yes, please. 80s Kid, Marvel Legends Ultimate Pack of Packs. Classic Cap, Miss Marvel Warbird, Quicksilver, Hulk with the Trunks, and Yellow Jacket. I need all those figures too. Tom Finn, 5-pack. Also want the X-Men 63. 4-pack, 12-inch Atlas, Meteorite, Jolt, Techno. 3-pack. Also want Wizard, Trapster, and Sandman, supervillain costume. 2-pack, Crystal and Lockjaw. Solid. In my cobbling together my teams, I didn't even get to the Thunderbolts, which do need to get completed. My 4-pack, X Factor version 2. Cyclops, Iceman, just doing Cyclops on the Vulcan buck. Don't really need to do anything else. Maybe give him some alternate heads so he didn't have the all the time. Iceman, Jean, and Beast. If you want to make it a 5-pack, you can throw in Caliban, but version 2 suits there. My 5-pack, mentioned this already, basically. Marauders, Scalp Hunter, Arclight, Riptide, Harpoon, and Prism, just because I think Prism would be a fun figure, but give me those. I've almost got all the Marauders I need. Levon, yeah, we do need a classic Iron Fist. Now, if they could do a 2-pack, just give us Luke Cage with blue pants and then classic Iron Fist, and I wouldn't be upset with a double dip there. Method to Madness, West Coast Avengers Villain 4-pack, Master Pandemonium, Graviton, Half-Life, and Quantum. I'd take that too. Lawson, I'd like to get a Vanguard, Classic Bullethead, Crimson Dynamo, Female Red Star pack to go along with Ursa Major and Dark Star. Yes. Levon, Classic Werewolf by Night for sure. That'd be a good figure. Surprised we didn't get one with the Marvel Showcase series. Jamelin, 5-pack, Wildcat, Our Man, Dr. Midnight, Sand, Mr. Terrific, Atom Smasher, Megafig, Classic Hawkman Deluxe, Stargirl and Stripe Deluxe 2-pack. Make that happen. Come on, Todd, you can do it. Kelly Cox, my Marvel Legends 5-pack is Rise of Midnight Suns, and Lilith has to be in there. That'd be a fun 5-pack. Levon says 70s Blade and Morbius. Right. Wait, Jim Lee pack. Blue Beast, Psylocke, Colossus, Iceman, Jubilee. Now, what are you changing on those 80s? Because we've got those characters. What would you make different on that one? Ryan Daly, Star Wars Black Series Katina, 4-pack, Muff Tack, Cabe, Boshek, and Danik Jericho. I know one of those figures, but now I need to check out all those. Figure Nerd, Montoya Gordon and the Donut Guy. Bullock, Harvey Bullock. That'd be a fun 3-pack too. Lost It, Stingray and Atuma. Under the Sea 2-pack. They do those fun themes. Critical Enjoyer, Daily Planet 4-pack. Clark, Lois, Perry, and Jimmy. Yeah, it's weird. We only have those DC Direct versions of Jimmy and Perry. Because I feel like there's some civilians that are like, yeah, you're never going to get made into a figure. But then there's some that are so iconic, who've lasted for decades, that kind of need a figure just by virtue of being around so long. Knight Rider, formerly Ghost Rider, Cowboy figure, and Red Wolf 2-pack. Yeah, let's make that happen. Let's see here. '80s Kid. I'm excited for the 5-pack. I have none of those figures. Jazz, my favorite Autobot. I'm glad somebody's happy for him. I just wish they put in a better balance of new figures in there. Excuse me. Californication. Yeah, you got to get Bosa. Hopefully they win the chip. There's no way I'm not getting Bosa. I mean, I am so happy to get more Niners figures for my Niners sports pick display. I cannot stress how much I'm like, yes, more of these. And the fact that we got 2 Niners in the first 2 waves, I'm going to be greedy and hope for another one with wave 3, but I'm buying any Niner figure McFarlane puts out. And I may just have to bite it if he starts charging more for those. Jay, my Marvel Legends 5-pack would be Scourge on Caliban Buck. Good choice. Enchantress, Zemo, Swordsman, and Power Man on Thor Buck. Yes, I'm all for those figures. Californication. Oh my goodness, yes. Wee-oh, Debo. That would be so fly. We got to get those. David Thanos. You gonna unbox those sports figs, Jeff? You better believe it. I've got my Lakers and I've got my Niners right next to each other. I've got the Inner Bay, I think it's Inner Bay, Kobe Bryant figure. I love that. I need to track down the Shaq so I can have that era of the Lakers squad there. But yeah, I unboxed all of those. Now, the basketball ones are a little bit trickier because I've got my Shaq figure and I needed a makeshift stand because McFarlane was kind of wild because like the Shaq figure over time just is too much for the little stand that he's got for it. So he just leans and tips over. No fun, but now I had to get my Lakers represent them on that show too. Olu 5-pack, Age of Apocalypse, Wave. Yeah, we need to get more of those figures. Gambit, Psylocke, Nightcrawler, Storm and Bishop. Yeah. And then shoot, we still need more. I mean, I love Banshee's outfit in that. It's almost worse that they started and gave us 2 full waves and then haven't done another one yet. Cause it's like you're like halfway there. You still need to keep going with this thing. And a 5-pack would be a great way to get more characters quickly into that lineup. Ryan, Marvel Legends Warriors 3-pack, Foundro the Dashing, Hogan the Grim, and Volstagg the Voluminous. Yeah, Voluminous. Yes, sir. Lawson, that retro Iron Man isn't in scale with the rest of my Iron Man figures. Hasbro needs a do-over on that version of Shellhead. What's wrong with this scale? Judge Dreads, 2-pack, Carter, Slade, Ghost Rider, and Horse. Oh, another set of 3-packs. Uncle Sam, Human Bomb, and Condor, along with Phantom Lady, The Ray, and Dollman. Jamelin, I'm so mad again when DC Classics gave us the Uncle Sam and that subscriber setup. We got Dollman, which is cool, but then we got no one else. And those figures would have been so easy for a box set or just to release in that once a month setup because yeah, they'd have been basic and easy, but you would have knocked out the team relatively quick. And I was one. I was like, what are y'all doing? Blake, Black Series 3-pack, Hammerhead, tall blue Snaggletooth, short red Snaggletooth. Yeah, I'm still tripping that we haven't gotten Hammerhead yet. Starting lineup 3-pack. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman. I mean, McFarlane would do it, but I don't think we're going to see any more of those starting lineup figures anymore. Lawson, I want a leapfrog figure. He's not the same as Frogman. He's thinner. He hasn't been down to the donut shop lately. Wildcat and Earth One Black Canary. Yeah, that would be another good 2-pack. I want to see him get further into the Justice Society. Spectre, Green Lantern, that's cool, but I need like a dedicated JSA wave with a Build-A-Figure of another character that we still need. Olu, G.I. Joe Slice and Dice 2-pack. I feel like the Classified Series team are comic book fans and fans online in general, and that 2-pack would be pre-ordered right away, even though I normally just buy the figures when I see them on the shelf. But yeah, that 2-pack, those two, man, those would be fun. Ryan, Shadow Classified 2-pack, Airtight and Steamboat Willie. Gotta work him in there. 80s Kid, I need a better articulation and a more screen accurate design. Okay, I got you. Californication, I wanted a CW Black Lightning. I got the classic Black Lightning. Yeah, I wondered if they were going to do that with them because it's come and gone. I feel like sometimes the window with TV shows is open for a while, and if they don't do it, we're just never going to get those figures. Lar A, well, Ramen Toy is doing a bread band that could go well with an 18 4-pack. Let's see. This is when y'all start turning to bad influences. I would need to get that van, and Ramen Toys is like showing off the mask stuff, and it's like, and we got the Marshall, the Brave Star, and it's like, come on, man. Those figures look really cool, though. Jibru, Cowboy Bebop 4-pack would be nice. Spike, Jet, Fate, Ed with a little pack in. Ian Boom. Anime fans would be on it. They would. GMJR30, Zatanna and the Parademon. Yeah. Raw Talk Real Deal 3-pack, Doc Samson, the leader, McFarlane drawn, and Hulk, Rick Jones. We do need a Doc Samson desperately now. David Thanos, give me a Joker 3-pack, 66 Batman, Jack, and Heath. That'd be a fun 3-pack. Comfortable. 3-pack, Dark Empire, Luke, Jedi, Leia, Clone, Emperor. Yeah, I wonder what they could do in terms of those characters. Have they done any Dark Horse offerings yet? I wonder if that's off limits for him. Randall G, I need a Harrison Ford film series. I need to save my family pack. I wish we had gotten a Psycho Terror for DC Universe Classics. So we had all the classics, the new Teen Titans. Yeah, but Kid Flash was smaller than Robin, and like you really had to just go along with it. We didn't even get a changeling with that set, and he was somebody we needed. The Destro figure is one of my favorites in that line, but that was one. The Teen Titans was definitely one of those DC Classics teams that I would just wish they had started over and done a better job. Because Starfire is modern; she's not even classic. It's a lot wrong with those. TJ Jedi, what's going on? My Legends wish list: comic based Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, Penny Parker and SPDR Ecstatic and Morrison X-Men box sets for McFarlane, Mr. Miracle, Big Barda, Icon and Rocket 2-pack. Dude, I'd be all over those. And Icon and Rocket, like, give us some comic book milestone figures, Todd. Make that happen. Raw Talk Real Deal 2-pack Tomax and Xamon suits. Yes. Got it. And they with an extensive enterprise desk with it too. Judge Dredd's 2-pack Conan and Red Sonja. Come on, Jeff. All new Fantastic Four. You know, Hulk, Wolverine, Spidey, and Ghost Rider. Spike included. That new Fantastic Four. Right. The all new Fantastic Four. Yeah. I'm sorry, Jalen. Yeah, we don't have, I guess we could have a Spider-Man if we still don't have a dead catch. Ghost Rider. That's nuts. Yeah, I just reread that not that long ago. That's a fun story. Maybe we could throw in Mole Man and make it a 5-pack. Monsters Go Home. Rangers multi-pack. Firebird, Red Wolf, Phantom Rider, Texas Twister, and Shooting Star. I like that idea. That'd be fun. And give us some characters we haven't gotten in figure form. Lost. And what about a Diablo figure, Hasbro? Dragon Man. How about a supporting character pack? Rick Jones, Ant-Man comic version. Betty Ross, Jarvis, Wyatt Wingfoot, and a new Misty Knight. I almost don't want to put Misty in a civilian pack because I want her as her kick tail version, not hanging with the X-Men and Jean Grey's roommate. But yeah, I'd be down for that pack. Ryan, Marvel Legends 2-pack, Fantastic Four, She-Hulk, and Wyatt Wingfoot. That would be a great 2-pack. Yeah, because we need She-Hulk in her Fantastic Four look. Getting Wyatt that way, sneaky way to get a civilian figure with a much desired variant of She-Hulk. That would be a good way to go. Chris Daughtry, Transformers Lacey Gears on the leak list. His grumpy self is coming. That's good news. G.I. Joe Classified 3-pack, Flash, Short Fuse, and Zap. Just to complete the original Carter figures. Is that all we need to complete them? Wow. Almost there, Ryan. Olu, Marvel Legends 3-pack, Danger, Onslaught, Zorn. Do we have, which Onslaught would you want on that one? Jalen, hey, somebody here, hire Levon Crump for a product development position at a toy company. We get some good ideas. Killer Bees 2-pack, new Yellow Jacket figure, and a Swarm figure. Lawson, how are they going to go away with that one? David Thanos says, give me that Batman movie pack. All of them is Bruce Wayne. Now, you know the likenesses might be a little sketchy, but that's a fun idea. Jay Wood says, Namor themed box set. Namor and Vulcan Buck. Yeah, he seems a little small now. Even though he's got the muscular build, the one that they have now seems a little tiny. Namorita, Marina, Orca, and Atuma. Yes. White Tiger does need a figure. G-Brew, Gen X, Banshee, and Emma, for sure. Tom Bowling, 2-pack, DC Multiverse, Plastic Man, and Woozy Winks. Man, Woozy Winks would be a fun figure, and Plastic Man should be awesome. Now, that DC Classics version was almost perfect, and I just wish they had done the paint job on the arms better because it was so close. But yeah, that would be fun. Californication, a normal cyborg to go against Murder Machine. Yes. Lawson, we need a Cloak and Dagger 2-pack with Cloak having a wired gate. If anyone needs one, it is him. You're sure right. Randall G, Mega J Retro and Lyles figures with podcasting playsets. I'd buy it. Maybe I should do a selfie series. Jay Wolf, Marauders, Riptide, Harpoon, Arclight, Scalp Hunter, Scrambler, and Blockbuster. But you said, as I was typing, those would be awesome and much needed figures. We got to get Californication, a 20-inch anti-monitor from McFarlane. I'd pay for it. Jay Winter, bring back Road Rovers. I will need to check this out. I'm going to have to just keep the chat up so I can look at all the stuff you guys are recommending. Jamelin Morlock's multi-pack would be cool. What characters should be included? Do we need a different? Yes, definitely need a better Callisto. We get the healer with her. Then a Caliban and his robe or his, purple jumpsuit look. Who else would work? Maybe we could get those Morlocks that were part of the Glow. And what was the big dude that came with Glow? Well, let's see here. That should not be too hard. What was that? X Factor 6? Not 6. Maybe it was 7. There it is. It was X Factor 7. There we go. Shoot, we could get a box set of the Exterminators in their civilian looks. But yeah, those are the two I was talking about. Maybe they could throw those in there. And Sunder was a Morlock too, right? I'd like to see the Gladiator and the Owl Daredevil 2-pack. That'd be fine. Californication. Predator 1 and 2, Arnold and Danny Glover 100%. I feel you on the 49er figures, brother. Yes, sir. Bang, bang. I got the classic McFarlane Joe Montana's, but missed out on Ronnie Lott and Frank Gore. Oh, I wonder how expensive they are. So I have all that they've done except for Alex Smith, T.O., and I didn't get the Michael Crabtree because of the stand issue. I knew he was just going to tip over, and he's so low that it was not going to work. But I definitely need to get an Alex and T.O. to complete most of my Niners set. 2-pack Hercules and Zeus. Yeah, Judge Dress, that'd be fine. Lawson, I love to see Power Man 1 from the Lethal Legion with other members like Living Laser, Black Talon. Yes. Retro Iron Man is a 90 suit after that one. Yeah, that's tiny. And that definitely needs to be redone. DJ Jen, I'm not much of an MCU guy, but I love to see an updated screen accurate box set with the Avengers in their quantum suits from Endgame. The ones Hasbro put out a few years ago, trash. That was one of those deals where they got the design too early and then just never went back and fixed it. I love the idea of giving us multiple heads, but yeah, they need to do a better job with that one. Lawson, Dr. J, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson 3-pack. If Hasbro had done that with their starting lineup figures, we'd still be wish listing for real figures that could come out with it. I just feel like that was the way to go, and he just missed out. Kelly Cox, well, got to be moving on. Great live, Jeff, and much love to the Toy family. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you, Kelly. I'm about to wrap up too. I got to take my medicine. Method to Madness. X-Force, Feral, and Thorn 2-pack, or the Boston Snake Metal Gear Solid 3 2-pack of Toddy Mac. Wants to tackle those Metal Gear Solid figures again. I still have a few of the OGs from that wave. Those were good figures. Blake 3-pack selfie series. Me, and me. Lawson. I want milestone version of Static Shock with the hat. Yes. Vintage Bob. Animal Man looks great in his original costume. Too mad. He's too big to fit in with my DCUC figures. Yeah, he would be really big. Randall G. Pre-Crisis, Earth 2 Batman, Catwoman, Robin, and Huntress from Adventures Comics 472 with the Commissioner Wayne Build-A-Figure. I'd buy those. Aaron Easton, 4 Horsemen of Apocalypse 4-pack. Maybe HasLab tiers for 24-inch Apocalypse with light-up eyes. It's this classic phrases such as, I am as far beyond muse as they are beyond you. That'd be fun. Ryan says, Star Pack. Star Wars Black Series, Return of the Jedi, Rebel Pilots 4-pack, X-Wing, Y-Wing, A-Wing, and B-Wing pilots. Only way you get those ships with them too. Monsters Go Home. Original classic Frightful 4 set, Wizard, Trapster, Medusa, Sandman in his green costume for sure. Randall G. Classic Starfire came with Adam Strange for DC Classics, and Beast Boy Changeling was also released in the Imperious Wave. Yeah, but that's not classic Starfire. Classic Starfire. Right. Go images here. So let's see. see if I can pull up the classic version for you. So this is what classic Starfire should have looked like this one here. That's her in her classic look. We got the Infinite Crisis version, which is way more modern than what we got. It's this version, so that's not really the same classic look. And yeah, they didn't do the greatest job. Hey, check it out. There we go. Anyway, so they could have done a better job, but it's not quite what I wanted. 2 packs, Mega Powers, and our Ultimate Maniacs. We do have a 2-pack of the Mega Powers. Woozy Winks. That's a deep cut. It was awesome, right? Big Lob in the fridge. Raw talk, real deal. Let's make that happen. Figure Nerd, this has been the best chat I've ever joined. Well, hopefully you'll be back next Thursday. We do it all the time. All right. You guys have been awesome on the chat tonight. So many ideas, and I cannot get to every one of them. All right. Well, listen, this has been an awesome show. And like Figure Nerd said, this has been really fun. You guys are awesome. Absorbing Man, Titanium Volcano. Yes, let's make that happen. 90s Comics Backlash Grifter. Fun. 2-pack Thor and 12-inch Frost Giant. Sif Baldwin Warriors 3 5-pack. Make that happen too. Vintage Bob. Original costume Wonder Man, please. Man and Swordsman and Graviton, so I complete my Avengers collection relatively complete. Enchantress Executioner 2-pack. Yes. I saw a fan made render for Jedi Classified with Stalker, Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow from the recon days in Vietnam. That would be a dope set. Yeah, for sure. Final Fantasy figure. Okay. Californication, you're the best too. We all appreciate your time. Hey, thank y'all, fellas. All right, we'll wrap it up because we went super long tonight. But anyway, so much fun. Why stop it? So thank you all for hanging out with me on Thursday. Again, back here next week. I'll probably do some more videos. I'm going to keep working, hammer away on my figure reviews so I can keep cranking those out and get those perfected like Kurt Hennig. Anyway, thank you as always for rolling. Be back on with the fellas for Lyle's Movie Files on Wednesday at 8:05, and then back here 8:05 on Thursday. For now, this episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.